Well, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the Solana army. First and foremost, shout out to the Solana army. If you want to see more Solana updates, you guys know the drill. Let me know in the comments down below. Smash that like button. We're entering the exciting zone for Sol right now. And of course, I'm going to share why I think that in this update. But again, if you want to see more of these updates, you guys know the drill. Follow me on X. But looking at the TVL on Sol, 11.3 billion. We're about to retest, getting closer and closer to our all-time highs. And if you're looking at the protocols, protocols are feeling insane amount of love. Just the last 7 days speaks for itself. We're seeing a lot of excitement, and Solana, as the native token goes, obviously the protocols are gonna follow, and we're gonna obviously get a little bit more into detail as to what I really mean. But looking at the broader market, we're seeing a little bit of a retracement today, but Solana is one of the few coins that's still up about 1%. Very exciting to see. Solana on the weekly is up about 8%. Yesterday was a great day for the broader market. Obviously, Solana feeling the love as well, but we're seeing a little bit of a retracement today as we are in a weekend. Obviously, manipulation tends to occur over that. But looking at the price, $203.67, up 1.3% in USD, up 3% in Bitcoin comparative. The valuation 110.1 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about $8.2 billion. We are right now the top 6th in terms of the largest coin in the crypto markets. But before we get into it further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So we're going to start off with some of the things that are happening that, of course, we want to keep in mind. So this week, in data by Solana Floor, Solana outpaced Ethereum in decentralized exchange trading volume for 10th consecutive month, reaching 124 billion in July, 42% higher than Ethereum. And I know a lot of people are going to be confused, scratching their head, because Ethereum native token is skyrocketing. But in terms of activity occurring, or development activity, Solana is outpacing it by a major margin. Right now, you're seeing more inflows coming into ETH by institutional investors. It's institutional driven. We're seeing big corporations like Bitmine, creating the largest treasury for Ethereum. That's obviously bringing in demand. And as I've stated to you guys before on my channel on the Solana updates, Ethereum is more seen as an asset class that is of sort of value in a way. But now, in terms of development aspect, in terms of, launching coins, or, even comparing blockchains, we know Solana is superior. This is something I've been emphasizing for 2 years plus now, and it's starting to show. And in terms of institutional interest as well, it's starting to gain that as well. So very, very exciting stuff, something we don't want to be taken slightly as far as these numbers are concerned. But look at the CME Solana futures 5-month recap. So Solana futures trading volume has surpassed $12 billion on CME Group in 5 months, at the world's largest regulated derivatives exchange. 12 billion, guys, 12 billion in just a staggering 5 months. I shouldn't even say staggering, because that's a small number, 5 months, and you can really see that interest definitely lies. Speaking about interest, VanEck is going full force, managing 89 billion asset under manager, files a S1 for VanEck Jito Sol ETF, the first ever spot Solana ETF, fully backed by a liquid staking token, Jito Sol. This is huge for the Solana network. And then we have some Memecoin news that we want to be talking about. Memecoin news is Yeezy token. I know you guys know about this. I have zero exposure to this. I would not even touch this. And, Memecoin industry right now, like if you were to ask me, a lot of these celeb coins, if you're kind of keeping a track of these celeb coins, they just don't end well. Look at the history of them. Remember meme coins. I know Solana is known for, the main chain for meme coins. It's been like that over the last 2 years now almost. And one thing I want to, keep reminding you guys is this. These meme coins are highly, highly risky. The P&Ls that you see on Twitter, the P&Ls you see on YouTube and stuff, they don't show you their losses. They don't show you their losses. And meme coins, you need to understand, like 99.9. I used to say 99.8, but 99.9% of it's so saturated now. 99.9% of these meme coins are going to go to zero, and the insiders make majority of the money. So be very careful when you're looking into these meme coins. What happened with the Yeezy token, people lost insane amount of money. And again, a part of me is not even surprised, right? Because of course, this is launched by some insiders. Insiders have a huge chunk of supply, and that tends to happen. So be careful, guys. Be careful. But this has brought in a lot of attention to the Solana chain as well. Of course, once again, but with the native token moving up like this, with the way Solana is moving right now, I personally do believe we will see. I'm not writing off. I love meme coins, and I never, if you guys know me on my channel, I've never ever mentioned any meme coin that I'm buying. There are meme coins that I buy. But I don't mention them because I don't want my followers, following just because Crypto ZX bought it. No. Obviously, at the end of the day, everyone is responsible for their own investment. You have to do your own due diligence, but I don't mention it, but for a reason, because meme coins is just pretty much a hit or a miss. But I am, keeping an eye out on the meme coin, industry right now, especially the Solana meme coins, but because Solana is starting to heat up again. And when this tends to happen, you do tend to see a lot of opportunity. And there are a lot of coins right now. If there are a lot of meme coins over the last 4 months. If you knew which ones you were picking, some are up a crazy amount. So I think we're going to see a lot of those where you do see them making investors a lot of money, but at the same time, 99.9 of them are going to be manipulated, and you need to understand that. And if you want exposure to meme coins, what I would suggest is understand the risks associated, understand how the meme coins work. First, I want you guys to educate yourself on meme coins. Go on YouTube. There's so much resources out there because there's so many coins that you can purchase and you can't sell them. That's called honeypot. So I want you guys to stay away from that stuff, educate yourself, and then of course, look into it. But I am projecting, with Solana, moving up, I think we're going to see some big movers for, meme coins. But I always want to, remind my viewers and newcomers coming into the space, because, when you see these types of P&Ls on YouTube or on even Twitter, you could be like, oh my God, this is crazy. We're going to see our meme coins going like this. No. I promise you, it's not going to be like that. 99.9% of the time, you do end up losing money because these meme coins are manipulated quite heavily and are rug pulls. But enough with the rant on meme coins. If you're looking at the dominance, it's pulling down quite sharply. Of course, you guys know dominance is something I've been focusing on day in, day out on my updates, and we have retested the dominance around this level for the first time since the beginning of the year, which tells you everything you need to know. As far as Bitcoin is concerned, obviously it's the weekend. We did retest 117,000, got rejected, made our way down to 115,200. We're holding still above 115, but you guys know if we drop below $115,000, then pretty much, we are open to retest 112, and I stick with that still. I stick with that overall take, but as of now, we're still above it. So far, so good, but dominance not showing any signs of strength, which is a good sign. If you're looking at Solana, we're back in the 38.2. If we're on the verge of breaking towards, a new, obviously not a new yearly high. That's a little bit too early to say. But, we are, about to retest the 217 key resistance for the first time since the beginning of the year. And right now, what you can see for yourself, we're pretty much retesting this exact same level 3 different times. So once was July 24th, once was August 14th, and here we have it again, finding ourselves back at that level. And this time around, with the way the dominance is looking, I'm projecting the $217 to be retested in the very near future. It's a 6.7% move from where we are. Obviously, we have resistance around this range. This was an all-time high back in March of last year. Breaking above this means, we go back in the 23.6 and then onwards, and we can start heading towards all-time highs. Very, very good setup here for Solana. Obviously, I'll keep you guys covered. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more Solana updates. Love you all. See you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.